I've just realised what the grackles remind me of. Remind me of the wheelers from Return to Oz.
Come here, chicken!
And they've got such a really squeaky wheel sound, but they are funny to watch because there's just thousands of them. We're heading to Collier Seminole State Park, and we're just going to do a bit of a stop off before we get there. But there's a load of wetland down by the side of the road, swampland, and there's loads of hawks and herons and storks, kingfishers, all literally just down the side of the road. It's like bird's paradise. But shame I can't get out and take any photographs because we're on a main road. But yeah, it's just literally wherever you go, especially when you head further down to the Everglades, it's just wildlife paradise. We've also started seeing the yellow and black signs for the panthers, as they're known as in Florida, the Florida panther or puma. And there's only about 200 odd remaining panthers in Florida, so they are rare and they are endangered, but there is a slight possibility of seeing them if we do lots of hiking at the right times of day and night. So hopefully while we're on the next couple of state parks and state parks surrounding the ones that we're going to, there might be a possibility of sighting. I just know that I'll just not have my camera with me, and that'll be the moment that we do come across one. We're just heading now to a panther trail, which is about 20 minutes away, and then we're going to head down to a scenic drive, which I forget the name of. I'll come back to that. Jane something, which is about 10 minutes from the other trek, and then we'll probably from the other hike, and then we'll probably have some breakfast. Then today we're going to do the Big Cypress Scenic Drive loop, which is about 24 miles and takes you off the Tamiami Trail, so it's a nicer loop into nature and the cypress trees and the wetlands, and then back up to the Big Cypress Boardwalk. And then if you've still got any energy left, just a couple of miles away from camp, there's a 10,000 island wetland, which is full of thousands of migrating birds at the minute. And we might be able to see that as we go for sunset, or we might come back out later or tomorrow. We have got a couple of days here, so we'll see what the day brings. But yeah, even just coming along the main road now on the telegraph poles and pylons, we've seen lots of kingfishers that are stalking out the waterways next to us. So it's just full of wildlife, and the birds are really prevalent at this time of year. And there's just everything you can think of that is in Florida tends to be here around this time of year. So January is a really, really good time for bird watching if that's your thing with photography. Arrived, and got binoculars, got my camera lens, and let's go. amazing to see their claw marks where they've been sharpening the claws on a bench that's in the middle of the walks. It's 1.3 mile, it's quite a quick walk, and there's really dense tunneled tree areas and then into open expansive areas, and you can see the tracks as well through the bush where the panthers are probably making their way because of the size of them, unless it's deers. But I guess there's definitely a presence of them in there. It's just potluck if you're going to see them on the trails or within the dense bush. Like anything, it's hit and miss. So we're going to head now down to an east tram trail, which is a little bit further down the road, and see if we have some better luck there. So the next place we're heading is Jane Memorial Scenic Drive, which is 15 minutes from this trail. So we're going to head there, and there's a couple of trails there that we can walk before heading to the Big Cypress Scenic Drive. So we decided to abandon the RV a bit further down the route. It's getting very narrow. So yeah, I would say if you're in a transit or smaller, the Jane Memorial Scenic route is fine. If you're anything bigger, I wouldn't really recommend coming down here. So I think we're about 0.8 miles down the side of the wetlands, and just watching the herons and hawks and other birds flying past. These yellow and black tiger striped butterflies are absolutely stunning, and they get so close and they almost land on you, but don't, then they flutter around. So hopefully I've got some nice footage for you there, but still nothing more than birds and butterflies. But the sun's back out and it's warm. Not too warm to walk, but just nice to have a sun on your back again.
Give me good wine, I'll get you good whiskey. Let's get a house in the country. Give me good weed, I'll get you good coffee. Let's get old by the evergreen tree.
Let's get up, grab coffee cups and sit out on the porch. No traffic lights, the sunny skies chase a chill from the night before. We started this revival at the Church of
Seeing as my hubby's really good at the underwater footage, I'm just going to have him jump off the side of the boardwalk and just check out some underwater gator shots for me. So the cabin's a privately owned cabin called the Fakahatchee Hilton, which is really funny, with its little porch. It's all private and locked up, but it's really cool. It's got a fresh running water tap. There's a little toilet outside, and then the boardwalk down to the alligators and the bird life. It's an amazing spot, and unless you're down here in a quad, or walking or cycling, it's just a little piece of heaven really. So it worked out that even though we went down the east path, we took the wetland route down to the cabin, where we could have taken a wider track, which is the old tram path, but there was a ranger park down there and a gate with no vehicle access, so for some reason I just felt like it wasn't a walking path, but it actually is, and I think that's where most people do see sightings of bigger animals when they're about, if they're on the track, but I don't think we'll have seen any at this time of day anyway. Some rangers just going by. Guys. Rangers are giving us a look like we're deranged and laughing. I'm not sure if they've ever seen a vehicle come down here as big as ours. But yeah, they've been fine with us, no problem. And if we're getting trees that are overhanging too much, just trying to hold them back rather than snapping them. But yeah, it's definitely like beyond the size really. It just gets narrower and narrower if you get down from the west to the east track. It just seems to overhang even more. And rightly so, they shouldn't be trimming it back so much. It is a state park and a natural area. It's just because there was nobody here at the entrance when we arrived. It was closed, and to put your donations in the box, it was hard to ask anybody about it really, so we've just come on a whim. And signal's bad, so we couldn't pick up any signal, but it's been good. It was worth it to go down to the cabin and see all the gators. And nice afternoon out. It's about 2:30. We're hungry. We've only had half a banana and some raspberries this morning, so I think we'll go get some dinner. And we've still got the prairies to look at as we come out of this park. Maybe we'll still spot something bigger. Keep our eyes open and our fingers crossed. Who knows? So we decided to go and do the big Cypress Scenic loop after all, and I think we've been put on a cut through. From Fakahatchee State Park, so it's a couple of miles, and then I'm hoping we're back on a normal road. That's a bit calmer. It's like it's proper shaking. Mental. It's going to be 4 o'clock when we arrive. And it'll take a few hours. If I remember rightly, when we did this 6 years ago, it took ages in the RV, so it'll take us at least a couple of hours, and obviously with me and my camera it could take longer, which will take us to sunset, then about half an hour back to about 50 minutes probably to get back to camp. So it's possible if we're out around sunset, might still see some bigger animals, who knows. I keep saying it, don't I? It's just chance. but at least we're then around dusk time, so there is potential to see something else. But yeah, it's turned out really warm and clear again this afternoon. I think the temps are going to drop again. Some more vultures. Oh my god. This is the most corrugated, awful road ever. Like, the scenic route was much better than this. They've just put loads of gravel down on this track. And I think the reason it's brought us this way, because we remember being on the 41, which is a main road, last time we came here. I think because where we are at the state park is between the 75 and the 41, the two highways, this is kind of like a link road to save time getting from one to the other. But it's a horrendous track. It's just so friggin' loud, and it's just shaking the bones off this RV and us. It's just so loud, it's horrible. It's fun RVing.
There's a little wooden swing down by the pier. The moss hangs by the pines, been hanging there for years. When I took your hand and walked down to the dock, you told me that you loved me, you weren't ever gonna stop. And that's how I know I belong where you go. Someone's mama wore this dress in 1953. I bet way back then she looked a little bit like me, in this vintage lace that we found on the road. In that dime store way out west, we started talking about a home, and that's how I know I belong where you go. Anywhere I'll follow you, the hills of Tennessee or the emerald ocean blue. Of nothing else, I've been so sure that baby I belong where you are, where you Bobby socks and dresses sewn in blue. Sooner than we planned, now everything's brand new. But you take her hand and walk down to the dock. I can tell you love her, boy, and you ain't ever gonna stop.
So I've just got a hawk, beautifully lit by the sun as the sun's going down.
I belong where you go. I belong where you
Just felt like I was in some sort of movie scene. About 30 vultures just came out of this beautiful pastel sky in front of us and just came flying in to the tree nearby. Sorry, it's just full of bird life here. And about 10 went and sat in a tree which was all lit by the sun, and then they all started flying over the moon, which I just couldn't capture, but just getting them, and I was just in awe. So I was just just me just staring at the sky. It was amazing, and I couldn't get hold of my GoPro because I had my camera in hand, but yeah, that was just such a beautiful experience, really, really surreal. If you're enjoying my content, please subscribe, and that's it for today. Bye for now.